What's up, everyone? I'm over on CT's right now. I'm about to share the stream just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get into the stuff I'm going to talk about here in a minute.
Zimmerman killed this young man because he had Skittles in his
all right,
pocket.
all right, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Said, well, what is the correlation between that and
CT's panel for a few minutes. I was already over there
Martin was walking
before I
just
decided to start up today, or
and here comes
when I
a
scheduled the show.
grown-ass man,
So
and he didn't have he didn't have what was supposed to be a apparatus to do anything with. But George Zimmerman killed a young man who was black. Did all of you black men go on this panel and talk about that when Zimmerman killed that young man who was black?
YouTube live stream, easy guys. YouTube live stream didn't exist then, so it didn't,
let's go ahead and compare that to in your next video. That is a recommendation from me.
Why? But what does George Zimmerman have to do with this?
We're comparing,
what does Florida have to do with Texas?
Manslaughter. We're comparing manslaughter to manslaughter.
But what is Florida? I mean, but why do you guys keep bringing up these different cases? What does that have to do with this?
Why not? Because you know why, CT, in this country, which you're not from, what we have to do is there's called a paralegal. There's paralegals that work in law firms. They have a great great spot in law firms, paralegals. They're supposed to go and look at all cases across the country that they can use as evidence to support their case. That's what paralegals do, CT. And so I'm looking at various other cases during the Obama administration. Oh, we had a lot of black men that died.
Moonlight.
We had a lot. So I'm looking at these cases to draw some conclusions. And
at what point was Carmelo's head getting caved in?
I agree that the young man committed manslaughter. Who knows why? He's 19. Who knows? Did you see the video of them running behind him?
What the fuck are you?
If I may,
Did you fucking see the video of them running
Nobody
behind him?
chased the kid. They were 100 yards behind him.
Nobody chased him.
Right. What I need you to do.
They followed him around going, that's some bitch just stabbed somebody.
Case up here with Trayvon Martin, and then maybe you'll have a good reason to apologize.
He worked in James.
Okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Noon already?
Of course they were chasing after him. If you were a kid, a teenager, and somebody K-worded one of your friends, of course you chase after the person who killed one of your friends in school. What are you talking about? Hell yeah.
He stabbed somebody and they chased the perpetrator.
Yeah. So if I may, really quickly, first of all, Moonlight, is it? Oh, she left. So the way it works is that if you're looking at case law, only case law in your state counts. Tennessee doesn't give a shit what Texas does. Texas doesn't really give a shit about what Tennessee does legally. Now, they will refer to federal cases sometimes to bring that in. But if we're talking about what, for example, I live in Tennessee and I were to try and make a justification for something I did using Texas law, they would tell me to shut the fuck up and stop talking because it doesn't matter. So just in a point of clarity, I don't really care what happened in Florida. I mean, nationally, we can look at that as just, kind of a comparison, but legally it doesn't matter in court. I don't know why that matters. I'm really, really sad that guy didn't give me the damn video that he was talking about. I am live, by the way, and I'm restreaming CT. So just so you know, I just went live. Yeah. Sorry. And I'm really curious about this because it's just really, it seems like people are in such denial. And just don't want to look at anything other than look. To be honest with you, I don't give a shit what color Mello was. It was a kid that killed another kid, and all of the thug shit was removed off of his social media. I think that was the most telling things. was they just took all of his social media and scrapped it, where he was like holding the rifles and talking about, whatever gangster shit he was talking about. I think that obviously they didn't want that out in the public, so because that would have very much biased public opinion. And I don't know.
The lies were just getting crazy.
Machiavelli, I don't know why YouTube is messing up, but I'm now just seeing the super chat. It says, send this loudmouth clown James to Wakanda. These lies are outrageous. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, buddy. Salute you.
All right. Everybody's sitting there talking about, oh, he should have gone and been a tattletale, and he should have gone and got. Why? First of all, why can't young men handle something very simple, asking somebody to move, and the other person says, oh, okay, I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to be here. Number one. Number two, when the hell did snitches get stitches and all that shit? Where'd that go?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Who talked before?
But then you know what? It's just crazy. I was on another dude said Carmelo closed his eyes and stabbed him, so he didn't even know where he stabbed him. I was like they're just making up everything, no matter what.
That's crazy.
And then if you see and then if you look at the bleachers, right? The kids are literally under the tent. There's like not that many tents. So clearly this school set up their tent for these kids that are all sitting under the tent. And then they talk about, well, it was a rainstorm. So it wasn't rainstorming. And then on top of that, Carmelo's a football player. So he's a football player that can't play in the rain.
Bro, you got to stop lying. If it wasn't a rainstorm, then why was there wet residues on his hoodie when they arrested him? Why was his hoodie wet if it wasn't storming or raining?
Rainstorm. It was drizzling.
Okay, if it's not a storm, it's still raining. Goofy. Like, what are we talking about?
Football player. He can't be in the rain.
And just moving it.
So what kind of football player cannot stand in the rain?
This goddamn
a person that don't want to get rained on. What are you talking about?
Why don't you guys play the videotape?
Put a hoodie on. He had a hoodie on, right?
Aren't we live, CT?
Carmelo had a hoodie on.
Can we easy, guys? Can we get this guy
live,
Derek?
CT?
Easy. Moonlight. Can
well,
we get Derek?
Why can't you play the videotape? Why are they up here running their mouth?
Can we get Derek?
I couldn't hear you, CT.
Because we already watched it. You the only person that ain't watched it. We've already watched it.
Why don't we play it again?
Can we get Derek in, please?
Stupid. If you watched it, you sound like an idiot. You didn't watch it, and you have some Caucasian up here telling you what the law should be and what he heard and what he didn't hear.
Y'all hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Watch the tape again.
Let's
run the tape again.
Let's get Derek in. Go ahead.
All right. I want to comment, number one, on the Mellow Thug Life post. Now, this is the first time I've heard of this. So, I'm not privy to give, 1,000%
Thank you so much.
Any commentary on it.
I appreciate it.
What I do know,
this is what we do in America, Black.
What I do know,
we get pools like this in
so
America.
You're not oppressed?
CT.
what I do know,
we get it like this, CT.
You're in Florida. Everybody has a pool in Florida. That's not a flex, Moonlight.
But the thing is, I'm flexing because you know what I'm saying. I'm a single head of household. You know what
That's not a flex. Everybody has a pool in Florida.
But I'm flexing. Not a lot of black people.
Okay, I didn't know this was the Moonlight.
Not a lot of black people do, Uncle Bob.
Continue the
Uncle
conversation.
Bob. Not a lot of black people got these like this. Uncle Bob.
Go ahead, Derek. Please go ahead.
All right, can I finish? Shout out to you and your accomplishments.
Salute to the red, the white, and the motherfucking black.
Moonlight, can we? Moonlight, please. Derek, go ahead, buddy.
Shout out to Moonlight and her accomplishments.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Real quick. Hey, Moonlight. Juan says, I throw down Moonlight. Like
I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That's you know what I'm saying. Hit the panel.
Moonlight, hang tight.
So you got a young guy. Not even looking at the comments.
I really would like to hear what that other fellow was saying. I as much as I'm into real estate,
and I really don't like raccoons. I swear I don't.
Moonlight,
I swear I don't like raccoons.
Moonlight, would you sleep with a younger man? He said he'd throw you down.
I swear I don't like raccoons. I really do. I'm trying real hard. I'm really trying real hard.
What is she talking about?
Raccoon?
Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead.
All right. So, in responding to the Mellow Thug Life post, I've never heard of that. This is the first time I've heard of it. And like I was attempting to answer the gentleman before when he asked me about it, if that was true, and if he did have all of these posts and they came down mysteriously Yes, they took him down so they can paint his image in a better light. Now, what I do want to say is, if you all saw the interview with Hunter Metcalf, the brother, and his mother, he admitted to being a crash out. Let me give you word for word what he said. I am usually the person to do the wrong thing off of impulse, and my brother is usually the person that steps up too. Word for word. Go back and check it. Go back and check it. So what I'm saying is, if you bring up Melo's Thug Life post, you bring up the fact that Hunter Metcalf admitted to being a crash out, and there's
he wasn't the one stabbed or involved.
That was the guy that stabbed.
But see, this is the. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Goalpost
and there was a
moved.
cheerleader, and there was a cheerleader that had a filed statement against the Metcalf brothers, saying that they were crash outs towards her in a restaurant. Now, if anything, you could say, yeah, Melo was a thug because of his thug life shit.
No, wait, Derek, wait.
Let him finish.
No.
I'm
gonna finish. It's not gonna be long.
Let him
Not
dig
gonna be
the hole.
long.
Let him
Not gonna
Let
be
him
long.
finish,
It's not
Uncle
gonna be
Bob.
long. You could say, yeah, Melo is a thug because of his thug life posts, but you have to come back with it and say that out of his own mouth, the Hunter twin said he was a crash out usually, and his brother comes and rises to the occasion.
Look, me personally, I don't even think you got to make that argument. This is the BS that we got to deal with, right? Grid trying to make it seem like it's not a black and white thing, but for some reason he wants to call Carmelo a thug. And all these other kind of
I call a lot of white people thugs too,
a lot of all these dog whistles white people BS if they want to, but it's not about black and white though. I just want people to kind of realize that it's not about black and white. And the simple fact that he wants to point, and the simple fact that I didn't say that. And the simple fact that he wants to sit up here. And the simple, I can answer you after I get done, brother. And the simple fact that he wants to sit up here and only point out that for some reason the pictures that was deleted off of his, first of all his social medias was white. So it's not just the pictures. It's not just the pictures of him holding a gun. It's not just the pictures of him being thug life. It's also the pictures of him and his family. Also the pictures of him and his brothers and sisters. But yet he didn't want to point that part out. He just want to point out the fact that they just deleted all the gun-toting pictures that he had. This is a dog whistling, uncharacteristic that we have to deal with these actual cases. But it has nothing to do with black and white. But yet he wants to lie to you.
I appreciate the straw man.
He doesn't think that way.
Hold on. I appreciate the straw man. I like it. However, this is what
Can I speak without interruption?
Who's speaking though?
Can I speak without interruption?
How come I can't see who's speaking, CT?
So I appreciate the goalpost move there, but in the straw man.
How come I can't see who's speaking? So
Because you're blind?
Because you have sunglasses on,
here,
maybe.
Are you still alive, Bob? Please give thanks that you're still alive, Bob. Don't fuck with me, please. Okay.
Y'all dudes are truly funny, and I don't mean no shade on that.
Bob is not up here, Moonlight. Bob is black.
Y'all got a good sense of humor.
He's kind of smudged. I don't see him clearly. That's speaking like the rest of us.
Derek. No, I think you mean Derek.
How do I turn
but Grid was the one speaking.
Yeah, I'm the one speaking.
Everyone should be clearly viewable up here, unless
I'm
turning
Derek's
off
got
my
wax paper over his camera.
It's slow.
If everybody can't be viewable up here,
you might gotta go out and come back in, Moonlight.
Let me enhance my whiteness.
Please do. Please do. I want to see the whites of your teeth. I mean, before I get back on camera.
Okay,
you talking all this shit and we can't see you?
Am I white enough yet?
We can all see.
I'm more brown than a lot of you fuckers, but am I white enough yet?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You may have
I didn't think I was that white anyway.
Moonlight, you sweetheart, you gotta stop day drinking. Like, it's getting bad. It's really getting bad, Moonlight. I'll bring you back in a minute. It's sitting by the pool.
Can I
drink? But like, this is getting kind of bad.
Can I please?
Can I address Derek after Grid's done?
Yeah, can I please? I really the guy moved the goalpost, and I just want to kind of drop back into reality here. So the point that I was trying to make actually was that certainly had the guy being that's the wrong way. Sorry. The post being taken down, all of his social media was obviously nuked. My point in reality was that nobody got to see that, and so the picture that was being painted was vacant. So certainly the picture is being painted of him and being, this loving son to his parents and everyone, and he was a great kid. But the problem is nobody got to see the other side of it, to see the post where he said that Frisco is a hick town and it was, just basically a bunch of, yuppie fucks. And he was a real thug from Louisiana, where I don't remember exactly where he's from, because the post was taken down. And so when you have things like that, that's called a totality of information. And we didn't get that. Nobody got that, right? All we got was one side. So sure, absolutely. We did hear about what a great kid he was and what a great student he was. And a lot of people, that's all they know about this situation. But the reality is that we didn't get to hear about him being a thug and talking about how he was a gangster from Louisiana in this small hick town of Frisco, Texas. And so we didn't get to hear about that very much. And when we did hear about it, people such as yourself, such as James is doing, or is that James? I'm not really sure who that is. Like that fellow next to me is doing now, is saying, "Oh, I did right. Nobody, that's not fucking right." But it is exactly fucking right. It's exactly fucking right. And I believe in, so anyway, that's just kind of that's where I would leave it. I'm sorry, I spent a long time there.
It's funny how Carmelo can call people hicks, but that's not racist.
I mean, I'm a Tennessee Hill Jack. I mean, I wouldn't, if somebody called me that, I don't consider that racist. That's actually a good descriptor.
When black people say it's a term, it's just a derogatory term for white people. Let's just put it out there.
You gotta stop. You, KJ, look, brother, I love you, but man, you gotta stop this white pushing like this. Like, you gotta stop, bro. This whole entire BS about how black people are out here doing this and doing that. No, if you was just an informed person, you wouldn't care what black people are saying, because you would just know it's BS in the first place. You don't have to come on CT and talk about how the bad black people or the misinformed black people is out here misinforming people. Because if you was informed, it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? So I
am informed, but when I hear stupid shit, I'm gonna point it out. Bro.
Keon, if I may, Keon, and I believe James said that you guys believe that that town is racist. What are the measurements of a racist town? How do you actually measure that?
I've never said
James never said that.
But I do think that you can't
James never said that.
If there's a lot of white on black crime in that area, that is a good measurement. If it might be racist, I'm just saying.
But
you got a couple.
Are you aware of any of that?
For himself?
Oh, James, did you say that was racist? I could be.
He said that he brought up the
No, I've been waiting.
The racial slur in the
patiently, and I've been. No, I did not say that. What I said was you can get a clear vision of what happened if you go to Fox Sports Dallas. The one that you're showing now, it has a mysterious cloud.
Well, James, did you say it was a racist town?
Hey, James,
this is the version. I never said it was a racist town. And
James, do me a favor, man. You got to go out and come back in. Your mic is all messed up. You got to restart it, okay?
It was the other guy that was saying that it was a racist town because of the sand traps. I don't remember which one. Honestly, they just keep going.
I don't know if you hear me, Grit.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Okay. Would we agree that there are policies, for something to be racist, right? Shouldn't it be like policies or laws or something, right? If Frisco is really a racist place, how can you prove that it's racist there?
I think it's an interesting discussion to have, because just for example,
let me know when I can speak.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Greg.
So just for example,
speak. Is there a problem with that?
This
when
is
a
why
man flies down.
This is why women should not have the right to vote.
Let me know when I can speak.
This is why right here. This shit right here is why women should not vote.
What's why? I'm sorry. What's why, sir? What's why?
Moonlight,
everybody fucking knows but you.
Please, Moonlight.
What's why? Every motherfucker heard your voice.
Moonlight,
please.
Moonlight, please.
Coon.
Moonlight, please. Please continue. Go ahead, buddy.
This is why you're circling a man. Go ahead and speak, sir. Like I'm here trying to win a beauty pageant with you has-beens.
Moonlight, the only
Who
person
mentions your look?
Lady, I've been married to the same woman for 20 years. It makes you look like a fucking boot heel.
Easy.
Don't make you look like nothing. You've been married to the same person for 20 years.
My wife is an amazing woman. You couldn't carry
literally nobody mentioned her look
for over 60 years, sir.
I did.
Moonlight, nobody mentioned
I did now because she brought it up. If you're gonna come at me, you better kill me the first try because I'm gonna fuck you up. Now, get the fuck out of here. Wander on now, drunk girl. Wander along. Move along. Stop day drinking. It's bad for you. It's really bad for you. It's not doing good. Your face is all haggard and dry. You need some makeup.
No, YouTube. No, easy. Moonlight, you're very attractive.
No, she's not. No, stop lying.
You're
Don't lie to that woman.
Old lady.
Don't lie to that woman. CT. Don't lie. Don't lie to her.
Go ahead, Greg. You get the floor, buddy. Go ahead.
No, I don't have the floor. Let her rage. I'm good. I don't have to. I mean, we have a whole other conversation.
Can I ask Derek my question yet?
Absolutely, please do.
All right, Derek. You said you weren't aware of his thug pictures and all that stuff, correct?
Correct.
Were you aware of his behaviors? While attending school?
I would have to say no because that in itself is a behavior.
While attending school, he was known for getting in fights and had already been suspended for carrying a knife on school property.
Yeah, and Austin was known as being a bully too, from what I heard. So what you got to say about that? I mean,
I just laid that out. So at best,
was that written in the school? Was that written in school somewhere? Was that in the conduct report somewhere?
No, what I said was he did an interview with his mother, and in the interview he said that
doesn't mean he did that day, and he wasn't even involved that day.
So what did
his only involvement that day was holding his brother while he took his last breath.
You got it right. You finally got it.
So how was he involved, but he was around? How was he there to watch his brother die in his arms, but he wasn't around or involved?
Because he was on the other side of the tent.
That's why he wasn't stabbed.
Are you fucking slow?
Are you
so retarded? You can be a witness and not be involved.
Easy.
I didn't say you couldn't. I'm saying he's making it seem like the nigga wasn't even there. He wasn't. I mean,
he said he wasn't involved.
I said he wasn't involved.
CT
was on the other side of the tent. He wasn't even paying attention to what his brother was doing.
Sorry, go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk about how the UK is throwing out their immigrants and how wonderful that the things that they're doing are.
We need to do it here.
Easy.
Yeah, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, that I have to leave. This has been very fun and kind of cool.
Hey, real quick. So, you were close to Warren, Ohio. Warren.
Yeah.
I used to hang out in Warren all the time.
Did you
my
really?
My wife's family is from Warren.
Really?
Yeah. I was up there for Gun Con.
That is a shithole.
I got to shoot a bunch of. Obviously, I got to shoot a bunch of guns. I was working with a bunch of industry people. Again, Vivek's running for governor of Ohio. He said some really interesting things, and I always kind of thought of Vivek as kind of a like a punk kid. But in talking to him, he's. I mean, I'd vote for him. I don't live in Ohio. I own property in Ohio. I don't live in Ohio. I'd probably vote for that dude.
Yeah, I vote for him. Yeah,
you'll vote for him. Yeah, he's pretty base. He's and actually
DeWine is running again. I think DeWine is it's like a term limit or something with DeWine. It's Mike DeWine. Yeah,
and the woman that's running going to run against him is the same woman that shut down Ohio during COVID. So whatever. But it was interesting because when I got up to speak, so he was doing a town hall, and I got up to talk to Vivek and ask him a question, and I started out with, hey, I don't actually live in Ohio. I'm from Tennessee, but I'm going to, but I have property here, so I'm somewhat, I'm somewhat involved, and I'm new to the gun channel space, but I've got a political channel and I do a lot of satire. And thank you, Vivek, for providing me with so much material over the last couple of years. You've been knocking it out of the park, man. Really appreciate the effort you put in. And he rolled with it. He's like, hey, man, glad I could help. I'd love to see those clips. And I'm like, I'll get them over to you. So he rolled with it. He was a cool dude, man. I really enjoyed talking to him, and I got to talk to him a little bit later as well. And hopefully he does good things for you guys.
Greg, before you leave,
man,
I got to disagree with you, man. And normally I don't. I me and you don't really disagree.
Sure.
Despite the alcoholism, Moonlight is like, I think Moonlight is 61. She looks really good to be 61. Yeah, I gotta disagree with you.
You know, the problem is that the problem I have, CT, is that when I look at all women, I compare them to my wife, and they all fail.
Okay,
I like that.
Your wife is what? Cambodian, Vietnamese,
Chinese.
Chinese. Oh yeah, Chinese. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So
ain't nobody better than your wife, man. I love it.
That's right. That's right. I'm just telling you. I'm just being honest with you. You know, like. That and the alcoholism is not
the simp for Moonlight, but that's
a danger sign right there. Boy, I tell you what,
we saw Moonlight drink a half a box of wine one night. I said, it was bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Half a box.
I don't drink at all, so I'm out. I'm out the door on that one.
Yeah. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, gentlemen, it was great just having discussions to you. If I hurt your feelings or told you to fuck off, I didn't mean it in that way. It's just part of part of my personality. You're all fine people in my book. So come find me when you have time. I do a bunch of different stuff and have a great time. We'll see you guys.
Hey, CT, can you drop his channel? So
Greg, put your channel in the chat, and then we have.
Yeah, man. Let me jump off. Let me close this down, and I'll do that.
Yeah.
Where's my damn? Let me drop down. CT, the links are in the back, my man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was fun. Sorry, I was already in there, and I decided to get. I decided to just keep rolling with it instead of jumping out of there. We were just kind of having some good talks, and it was pretty bad. I got to be honest. But yes, yeah, she makes no sense at all. It's just crazy. So yeah, I have no idea what have no idea what the deal is there, man. That was crazy town. So we'll get into the topic for the day. The topic of the day, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Day Shift. It's been a while since I've been able to do a Monday stream, and we're 32 minutes into this stream for the day. And what we're going to talk about, what we're going to start off talking about is, well, we've got to talk about this, what's going on in the UK. If you're not aware of what's going on in the UK, they are going kind of batshit crazy about this deal, deporting the immigrants. Now, it's a hot button topic for sure. Obviously, I'm on the side of that. I feel like I feel like that the poor Brits, man, their country's being overrun, their government is in shambles. There's a very real I don't know how to say this. There's a very real problem there culturally, because the Brits are, they try to be accommodating. They're trying really hard to not, I guess, be discriminatory, be seen as discriminatory, much like the U.S. And part of the problem with that is what we've been seeing it become illegal to even say minorities, where it's become, you can't say certain words and all of these things. And England, Europe, they're fighting back. Listen to this.
Agree with it. Mass deportation, that's the only ticket. No hotels, no houses, no more free meals. Brits first, every single
no more free houses.
This country's criminals out first, foreign offenders, get them in the hearse. Back where they came from, restore Britain, here the people roar, millions must go. This is our shore. One more time. Louder!
That's right. I'm with Britain on this one. I'm with them. Send them back to their war. Deport them all. I think we should do the same thing here in a lot of ways.
We haven't got room.
But Britain is suffering right now. Britain is suffering right now, and I'm glad they're fighting back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad they're fighting back. Because the reality is that these young people they're hurting. They're hurting right now. But there's hope on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. There's hope on the horizon. There is hope on the horizon.
This is my kingdom come.
Look at that. Look at all those British flags. Do you guys realize that it wasn't long ago? Wasn't long ago that in some areas, flying a UK, the British flag was considered harassment. In the UK. You believe that? I know you're all sitting there going, I don't know. That's crazy. It's the truth. So let's talk about it. I mean, I've got more of these, man. The Brits, you know, like say what you will, but those guys have been like, they've been making it happen over there with all of the different social media posts and the TikTok videos and everything. And yes, everything coming out of the UK right now is absolutely crazy, right? So, and I'm, you know, look, we're just going to talk about some of this. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot more to this. So one of the things we have to understand is we have immigrants and we have asylum seekers, and these are two different classes, I would say. Stand by. My apologies. Mute down here. Consider a persistent public employment, much like New York City, was using hotels, especially with the collapse of their various vassal states, territories, that sort of thing. And so they had a system in place which they called the Rwanda deportation scheme or method. And they got rid of that and they shifted to a strategy of disrupting people smuggling gangs, which smash the gangs was, I believe, the slogan, pardon me. And expanding the bilateral returns, especially with France, and increasing enforcement removals of those already in the UK without a legal right to remain. Returns, which are their code word for deportation, have obviously gone up, right? And hotel usage is declining. And they've managed in 2026 to slow down the small boat convoy, if you will, that show up every year on British in British ports, and they're comparing that to 2025, 2024. I think it's pretty good. However, those arrivals are still continuing, and there's significant legal and practical, and by practical I mean like real world barriers that slow the deportations. And obviously there's a lot of frustration. I mean, my mic's always in the wrong fucking place. There's a lot of public frustration, which has resulted in these protests, large rallies, and obviously there are events like the one that was just organized by Tony Robinson and a few others, or Tommy Robinson, not Tony. Now, personally, I'm all for this. I am all for the UK getting these people off of their shores, sending them to where they need to, wherever, and making things happen. Right. I'm all for that. I think this is really what we need to do, or what they need to do. Why is my internet goofing off? Oh man, I seem to be lagging a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. All right. My apologies. I seem to lag out there for a second. Did that happen for anyone else? I don't know if that happened for anyone else, but I seem to have lagged out there for a second. All right. So we had, sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My computer seemed to have kind of wigged out a little bit. I do apologize. Anyway. All right. So back to it, man. All right. So, and the UK has been increasingly like clamping down on the anti-immigrant, anti-asylum seeker rhetoric. And they've also been very, very strict on their policy of what you can talk about, what is considered hate speech, what is considered, they don't really have free speech in England. And so we just had the case last summer of the comedian who landed in the UK and was arrested for making jokes about the UK in America, which I think is very funny. And because he's fairly anti-immigrant, anti-Islam sort of thing. Now, this kind of goes hand in hand with the anti-Islam rhetoric and the tolerance of that the growing tolerance of that in the UK, where there are now parts of the cities, London's one of them, where in these cities you can't actually go into another part of town because it is under Sharia law and you will be subject to Sharia law while you're there. Now, I understand that the UK as the UK government does not acknowledge that these exist. They do their best to say that they don't, because obviously that would hurt tourism. That would, people just would not enjoy that. But the reality is that we constantly see examples of what's going on over there, such as the young man that was killed, stabbed to death by a Sikh who's not Islamic. Obviously, their Sikhs are, I believe, Christian, but certainly that is it's part of it, right? Like we can't ignore these things are happening. The teen girl who was who died, who had her tongue nailed down. Did she die? I don't think. Let me look. So this is right. So believe is our facts. So give me one sec. Let me try something else. I want to thank everybody who stopped by today. This is kind of an unannounced stream. I have not been doing the day shift. The day shift is back. I will be back Wednesday. I will be back Friday, and we will have a great time. So this is a survivor. So she did not die from the UK's Rotherham grooming gang scandals involving organized child sexual exploitation, primarily by groups of Pakistani origin men. These cases involved the systematic grooming, trafficking, rape, and torture of vulnerable girls, often aged 11 to 15, some as young as 8 to 12. That's perfectly disgusting. Over years in towns like Rotherham, Oxford, Rockdale, and others, official inquiries documented failures by police, social services, local authorities who often ignored or downplayed the crimes due to concerns over the perception of racism or community relations. This would be great to discuss over on CT's channel or have them over here to discuss this with me. One girl had her tongue nailed to a table during gang rape, so she couldn't scream or move while multiple perpetrators assaulted her. This is why we have to be tougher on all of this stuff. We just have to be. We can't. We can know. I mean, this is just terrible. Like why? What are we even doing? Right? What's going on here, guys? It's pretty terrible. All right. So throughout the UK, there seems to be a culture that has become pervasive. It needs to end. I think all of England is absolutely tired of this nonsense. I think that there's a real problem. What's up, Cleaner? How are you, sir? I have not, but apparently in the UK, they have many of them. This is from what's called the J report, JAY report, and it examines the failures by the local officials at basically every level to do anything about this. The broader context, according to my search, is that thousands of victims across the UK, perhaps tens of thousands nationally. There were perpetrators often operating in groups, grooming these girls with gifts, alcohol, drugs, then passing them around for repeated rapes, and sometimes trafficking them between groups. Let me just check this out. All right, is that any better, guys? I don't know what's going on. If it's still buffering a lot. Let's see. I mean, it looks good to me right now, but we'll see what happens. There's some weather coming through. I don't really know. We'll see what's happening there. I kind of forgot where I was on this UK drama, but look, I like that the UK, they're fighting back, they're getting in there, they're trying to do the right thing for their country and countrymen, and get rid of a lot of these immigrants that are causing a lot of problems. Obviously, BIY. I shut down. I shut a bunch of stuff off. I was going to reboot. But a lot of times when I try and reboot it, it'll kick me out, and then that's bad too. I'll just have to see how this works out. So we'll see where it goes, guys. We'll see where it goes. So at any rate, if you missed what I was talking about in the UK has been very awesome lately, throwing out I guess at the grassroots level, throwing out videos, throwing out shorts and all kinds of stuff. It was, it's been pretty good. So if hopefully you guys can go back through that, or we'll talk more about it in a minute. I'm gonna kind of move on a little bit. But yeah, I think it's very important what's going on in the UK right now. I also think it's interesting how the UK, a bunch of people are coming over from Europe for the soccer World Cup or whatever, and they're like really like America's not what they thought it was. I think that's really cool. It's much better now. Awesome. Yeah, thanks. I don't know what the difference was. I didn't do anything. I ran a speed test. I closed a bunch of stuff, and then I was like, well, I'm going to reboot, but I didn't want to reboot. We'll see. We'll see if it just, if it'll just hold together for a few more minutes. I don't even really have anybody. I barely have anybody watching right now. But now let's talk about some stuff going on with the show. So number one, Saturday night, guys, you heard it. Saturday night, the Signal Syndicate is back. We are going to do all of the things that the Signal Syndicate does. That's right. Short format debate, single elimination. A little bit of change to the format. We'll go over that on Friday. And we are going to be kicking ass. We're going to be kicking ass. So, this is it's going to be huge. Now it is going to be donation based. It is important to me that that you don't feel obligated to donate. I would obviously enjoy people donating and keep the money train rolling. But if you can't, I get it. It's not gonna. I mean, it'll hurt my feelings a tiny bit, but not that bad if you don't. If you can't donate, donations will keep the lights around here. Actually, the lights will be on regardless of the donations. That's okay. All right. So next thing. If you are going to be in Dallas for DebateCon, make sure you get there a day earlier on Friday, because from 10 a.m. till about 10:30 p.m., I will be hosting GridCon 2 Debaters Do Dallas. That's right, folks. As you know, I've made many announcements. We announced this about a month and a half ago that I was going to do it, mainly because I was getting peer pressured into it. And I thought it was, I was like, it's probably a good idea to do it. And so that's it. We're gonna do the same event that we did in Nashville in Dallas live. Now I've got an all-star group of debaters coming out. Now I was supposed to have a meeting today. I haven't been able to have it. I just got a phone call and had to go offline because of it. But we are going to have the most awesome all-star lineup you could dream of. Now, starting out, I'm going to give you the lineup. I'm not going to give you all of it. I'm going to give you, I'm teasing you a little bit. Starting out is going to be Wicked Wally versus Bones of Doom. That's right, folks. Wicked Wally and Bones of Doom are going to be debating live at my event right out of the gate. So Wicked Wally, Bones of Doom, making it happen in Dallas. Now, second up, the second debate, and I'll give you the format here for the debates in a minute. Jake Varr versus LSP. That's right, folks. My favorite wetback, Jake Varr, is going to go toe-to-toe with LSP. They're working out the details now. As a matter of fact, they may, let me just check and see if they've got their debate prompt settled. It's going to be a Jake Varr, LSP. Basically, what we think the debate prompt's going to be is one of these three things. To be MAGA is un-American. The Republican Party is ruining immigration, or the Republicans are ruining America. They're going to pick from those. I should know today, tomorrow. I know they're trying to get together and talk about what the exact prompt's going to be, but I will have that for you guys. That's going to be my man, Jake Varr, my favorite wetback, debating LSP, and to see what happens, okay? LSP, by the way, is, I believe, the liberal or leftist safety policy or some shit like that. I forget what his scream name is, but or how he goes about that. But he's a leftist. He is a lefty through and through. He hates MAGA. He hates us conservatives. Let's go. Yeah, that's right. All right. Now, I had a debate scheduled. I can't tell you who it is because one of my debaters is being a little bit intractable. They're asking for something which I don't know that I care enough to deliver. I am currently looking for a female debater near Dallas on the conservative side to debate a feminism topic. If you know someone that's going to be there and is willing to debate feminism and is female, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to end up having to call in a favor, and I don't want to do that. Now, these are confirmed debates that I've given you. These are confirmed. They're locked in. They're locked down. My third debate was locked down. It's got a little bit of a loose thread. Hopefully, we can get it tied off. If not, I need a conservative female debater that's going to be in Dallas. Otherwise, I'm going to have to call in a favor. I don't want to do that, which I may not even have a favor to call in, to be honest with you. But we'll see. The fourth debate is going to be Tyler. As of right now, it's going to be Tyler versus Vince, who's a Twitch streamer. Moderate versus lefty. You heard it. Now, they haven't decided on a debate topic yet, but we'll get one. And as soon as I know, you'll know. Right? That's right. That's right. Now, I've dangled a couple of things out there. I'm trying to get Enrique Tarrio and Destiny to debate live on J6, or the recent decision to completely clear all of the J6er involvement. Anyway, I was going to save this. I wasn't going to say anything about this, but this is locked in as of now. As of now, the closing debate of the night, the one you're going to want to stay there for, the one you're going to want to show up for, is Andrew Wilson versus Rich Tidwell on Sola Scriptura. That's right, folks. That's right. My man, Andrew Wilson, is debating live in Dallas, Sola Scriptura, against Rich Tidwell. And that's the lineup. Now, I'm still looking to fill, as I said, I have a female lefty debater. I don't have anyone for that female lefty debater to debate as of this moment. I had someone, but that seems to be coming untied. I need, if you know someone, I need a female debater that will debate feminism from a conservative viewpoint or a Christian viewpoint that's going to be in Dallas that night. If you know somebody, send them my way. I need it. Now, I've got other debates that aren't laid. I've got one debate slot left that's not nailed down, and I was going to have a Texas politician, conservative. I was going to have him debate Vince. The politician has not been able to confirm if he's interested in that. So we'll put Vince with Tyler for now. And I also have I also have a couple of other people that want to debate that I haven't been able to tie down. If you have reached out to me to debate, if you have spoken to me about a debate and you have not committed, you need to reach out to me. If you know someone that will be in Dallas or in the Dallas area and would like to debate live, send them my way. The venue is set. The lineup is set. In 4 weeks, gentlemen, we're going to be banging. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be off the hook. Live. Bloodsport debate. Jake Varr. Jake Varr versus LSP. MAGA versus lefty. Damn near socialist. Wicked Wally, Bones of Doom. They're debating something Christianity based. Is the politician local? Yes. Are they campaigning? No. Are they already locked in? They were locked in, kinda, but then some stuff happened. What's up, David Wayne? How are you, sir? Yeah. So the thing is that, and this always happens. This is why I wait so long before I even talk about who's going to be there. This is why it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, as a matter of fact, the lineup could still change. I'm still talking to people who want to be a part of this, and I'm keeping them as, I mean, we may have, we'll talk about that in a minute. We may have some other stuff going on. We'll get into that in just a second. But, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to have Destiny there debating Enrique Tarrio live on January 6th. That'd be banger. I know that Enrique did not feel like he was able to finish properly since he had to go in the last debate that we had with Destiny on that. And it was not 1v1. Now, keep in mind, all of these debates are 1v1. They're live. These guys aren't fact-checking shit on their laptops. The notes they bring with them, that's it. That's it. No slideshows. Well, maybe we could probably do a slideshow. We'll see. You don't think Destiny will do it? I think it's well, I mean, he hasn't gotten back to me, right? Like I talked to his people and I've talked to other people that know his people, and I've tried this from like 4 different angles. He hasn't gotten back to me. He didn't say no, but he hasn't gotten back to me. I think there's other issues there. We'll see. One of the problems I have, ladies and gentlemen, is people love to talk shit online, but they're afraid in person. Now I'm going to be honest here, and I'm going to throw some people under the bus. So I've had this like thing with Not So Erudite. Now I did not talk to Not So Erudite. So if I like misrepresent something, it's not purposeful. It's just this is the information I have to work with. We reached out to Not So Erudite, who's going to be in Dallas to debate at DebateCon. Initially, she said, "Yeah, I'll do it. It sounds awesome. Let's have it." Then, Not So Erudite, like not just an hour later, maybe an hour and a half later, gets back in touch. Nope, can't do it. There's security concerns. She's very concerned that my crowd, and by my crowd, what she really means is the Crucible, right? She considers the Crucible my crowd. I'm part of the Crucible for sure, 100%. I'm Andrew's friend. I back him up. He's my boy. He's not my boy. He's a grown ass man. I back Andrew. But this is my event. And sure, she might get heckled like anyone. What the fuck? I've severely pissed off the algorithm, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, severely. All right, try this again. So, what Not So Erudite communicated to me was that she was deeply concerned about her safety at this event, since this was going to be mostly a Crucible, she assumed that it would be mostly Crucible people there. Is my algorithm named Brittany? It is not. I hope. Anyway, so Not So Erudite committed, bowed out. So we had someone else. I mentioned it to someone else. They reached out to her. Again, she initially says, "Yeah, you know what? I'll do it." Why would I not do it? It's fine. I'll do it. Again, and actually, I think maybe the second time she said that she would consider it. And I said, "Look, this is my event. I don't allow these kind of shenanigans. If somebody was actually like being hostile and threatening, I would not ask them to leave. I would throw them out. It's not a, hey, sir, calm down, act appropriately. It would be, get the fuck out now." Okay. However, that did not appease her, and basically she bowed out again. And she said that she didn't want to do any other event in the area. Wasn't just me. And we feel like, I have no facts to corroborate this. However, my impression is that she would not do modern day debate if she wasn't already contractually obligated to do so. And that's just my impression. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. Whatever. So she's out. Fine. Whatever. Okay. So then I had Wick. You guys know Wick TV? Wick, if you're listening, pussy. Wick initially said, "Yeah, I'm interested. I'm really interested, but I got all this shit going on right now. And by the shit that he's talking about is all of the drama between Doobie, Destiny, Connor, Wick, all of these orbiters around Destiny. This has jack shit to do with me or my show. Wick originally, he's like, hey, I'm really interested. I'm like, yeah, it'd be really cool. This is live one-on-one debate. You know, this very, you know, it is blood sport. It's not modern day debate where it's very, very formalized, which I like that format, but I also like blood sport. He was in, baby. He was in. And then he was out. And he literally told he literally told my representative that, or the word I got is that he would give it a week or so before he made a decision, but he was out because of the doxing and the other harassment that his own fucking community was giving him. Not my community. None of you guys are over there fucking around with Wick and calling him 4 different kinds of asshole or anything like that. We're the nice guys. We're the good people. We're not fucking around with anybody. I'm like, hey, why are you concerned at my event? Last time tomfoolery was there. Nobody harassed tomfoolery. Hell, he stayed in the Airbnb with Tyler and Beth and a bunch of other people. No problems. But the legend of the Crucible is mighty, ladies and gentlemen. They're scared. I was also going to have American Nacho. American Nacho, and I would love to get American Nacho a debate. If you know someone who would like to debate American Nacho, I would love to get him a debate. But you know, again, I got to have that. Yes, the guests of honor. Every person at my event is safe. Okay, and I can't guarantee that. Obviously, I mean there are going to be crazies out there, but I have security. In Nashville, if you were there, you know I had security. I don't tolerate nonsense and bullshit. I will tell you to fucking leave. So, Wick, if you're listening, pussy, you should show up. You should debate live one-on-one. Why would you not? All right. So, but the debates I got enough debates. I have enough debaters. No problem. However, I would really, really, really like to have a debate. I promised this person a debate, and it's getting fucked up as we speak because of somebody else. And I will talk about that as soon as I can. I can't right now because it's still in the process. Yeah, their idea of harassment is wildly screw up, considering they burn cities. Absolutely, that's right. Yeah, I mean that. Nobody's gonna fucking harass you at my event. I will fucking throw them out on their ass, guaranteed, 100%. This is my event. I'm a professional. If you were in Nashville, you know that. If you watched a video of Nashville, you know that. My event ran smooth. It ran tight. It ran clean. Now, you're the one who called out Carolyn Bordorko or whatever her name is the other day, Grid. She kicked me from her chat after I represented Crucible while she was watching Andrew Wilson on her live. Yes, I was there, and I kept trying to tell her that I would debate her. Carlin, Dr. K, whatever the fuck your name is, that was a real me the other day in your chat. The real Grid one, the only, the star, the mega fucking Chad himself. Me was in your chat the other day. And I can arrange for you to debate Andrew Wilson. I can arrange for you to debate me live or on Memorex, whatever the fuck you want. We can do it right here, right now. Come on up. if you're listening, I know you are. Why would you not? Carlin, Dr. K, Special K, whatever the fuck your name is, I will handle your ass in a debate. And Andrew will destroy you in debate. To think that Andrew ran from you because you couldn't construct a proper prompt is fucking insane. That is delusional beyond what most bitches are delusional. And you ignored me, Carolyn, whatever, Dr. K, Special K, K Swiss, whatever the fuck your name is. You ignored me. I asked you at least twice, maybe 3 or 4 times to just give me a prompt, and I would host the debate between you and Andrew. But you won't do it. I guarantee you won't do it. You ain't got the nipples on the titties to do it. You ain't shit. Can't be shit. You are not as smart as you want people to think you are. I heard that in the first 10 minutes of listening to you. I sat there, I listened, I roamed the internet from time to time. I wasn't home, I wasn't in my studio, so I couldn't jump up there and you wouldn't have let me up anyway. I mean, let's be real about it. She won't debate me. She, for fuck's sake, sure won't debate Andrew Wilson. And that's the end of that. However, I love to get leftists on my channel. I love to debate leftists. I love to go into their spaces and make them back the fuck down because they will not debate me. They will not debate Andrew. They will not debate people that I want them to debate because they know they can't win. They know that they can only win in an echo chamber that is of their own making. Probably not Cleaner. She's a clout chaser of the first order, to be honest. My impression is. But at any rate, hey, tell her to come to Dallas. I'll put her on stage. I'll make her famous. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about the format for the night. Since we're doing this, it is Monday. I said I was going to announce it Monday, and by God, I am announcing it Monday. For those of you who did not hear when I had said it the first time, the debate schedule is Wicked Wally versus Bones of Doom. Bones of Doom, you better show. Somebody's already bet money that Bones won't show, by the way. Second debate, Jake Varr versus LSP. LSP will show. He's a real leftist. The third debate is up in the air right now. Again, if you know a female debater, that's good, that is conservative, that will debate feminism, please send them my way. And we'll be in Dallas on the Friday, the 24th of July. Send them my way. I may need such a creature. That third debate's up in the air. I will make that work one way or the other. Because the other thing is, if you commit to something, you need to fucking follow through with it. I hate it because what ended up happening, guys, just so you know what happened, is I had someone commit to a debate. They said, I'm interested in it. Get me somebody that will debate me on feminism. So I found a leftist, Stardust, okay, out of the DGG. Stardust been around a long time. She's well known. I think she'll do great in the debate. I got Stardust to debate this other person. They committed. Stardust is locked in her hotel room. She's locked in her travel arrangements. And what I can only consider the most unprofessional fucking thing that I've had happen in the last week. I get a call Thursday? I think it was Thursday, maybe Friday. I get a call and I'm told that the debater in question, the female debater in question, does not know who Stardust is. And even though they agreed to the debate, they now want me to go out and get Lila Rose or Allie Beth Stuckey to debate them because they're a big creator and, they're not getting paid for this event. So they should get to debate the person they want to debate. And I'm like, I mean, I'll try, but that fucks over the person that you've already agreed to debate and that has already locked in their arrangements. I think that's a shitty thing to do. My personal opinion. However, we have reached out to both Allie Beth Stuckey and Lila Rose to see if they're interested. Allie Beth's people want $25,000 per engagement, event, whatever. They want an appearance fee. Nobody's getting paid. So Allie Beth, I'm sorry, you're out. We don't know. I'm not paying 25 grand for a bitch to show up. No. No, sir. Not happening. Lila Rose hasn't gotten back to us, as far as I know. The only way I have to contact her is on X. I don't even know if she reads her X. She may have somebody that reads her X. I don't know. Fuck. And at this point, if I do get one of those two conservative badasses to show up, and certainly nothing against you, Allie Beth, it's just your appearance fee is fucking insane. If that is in fact the truth, I don't know that. That's just what I was told. That's what I was communicated. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But if I do get one of those conservative hard hitters, I'm going to put them with Stardust and let Stardust debate them. The debate topic on the female debate is something feminism related, although at this point I could change it as long as it is a conservative versus leftist argument. Now, the problem I have with that person asking me to debate, to get Lila Rose or Allie Beth to debate them is they're all conservatives. My entire program here is to my entire program that I built here is to destroy leftist. I want to destroy leftist. I don't want right on right violence. I don't, just because you disagree with like 10% of what they say, or you think that they don't say things the way you would say it, that's not a debate I'm interested in having on my forum. I'm tired of a bunch of, look, I'm actually considering it the most leftist, dumbass thing to do for righties, conservatives, whatever the fuck you want to call us, for people in this space on my side, conservatives, Christians, right, Republicans, whatever the fuck. If you're going around and you're picking fights with, and the only people you're picking fights with are people that agree with 90% of what you have to say, fuck you. I won't platform you, and I hope everybody else stops platforming you, because that's bullshit. And honestly, if that's the way you run your show, if you think your debate channel is a debate channel because you have the same people on over and over and over again who all are conservative or conservative-esque, and none of them are actual fucking lefties, and they're basically just sitting around circle jerking, I don't want to fucking hear it. Your show sucks. That's why I go out and find leftists. My job is not to beat up on the people that agree with me. My job is to find people who disagree with me and destroy their worldviews. As a matter of fact, the first debate I lined up with Andrew, when he mentioned that he might be interested in it, the first debate that I lined up was against a politician, against Andrew. And the problem is that they're going to agree on like 90% of each other's worldviews. They only have a very slender point of disagreement, and there's no point in having that debate. Even Andrew said that. So I'm sick of that. I don't want to hear that shit. I absolutely, no, fuck that. So, now if this person comes to their senses and they say, yeah, well, I'll stick to the debate I agreed to, I'll show up and I'll do a good job, then that's fine. We will have you. It will be wonderful. However, if you are going to be, if you're going to be, just, in my opinion, despicable, and all you want to do is go out and harass like-minded people, I don't want you on my show. If you're watching, take it however you want. I don't care. Try Caitlin Bennett, gun girl. She owned people and does people on the street interviews. Sav Hernandez, maybe get more people into the sphere. I can't think of many base female debaters, to be honest. Yes, to be honest, there aren't many. I bet you get, well, anyway. I probably know people that know Caitlin Bennett because I'm a gun tuber myself, and I know people in that sphere. So maybe, but a lot of people don't like to do debates because they don't want to take an L, right? Somebody's going to take an L in the debate. Nobody wants to take an L. All right. Anyway, so that's the questionable debate. The format's going to run. We're going to start at. I'm going to open the doors at 10 o'clock in the morning. You come in. I'll have some snacks there. You can help set up. Please come out and early and help me set up. We will start our first debate somewhere around 11, maybe noon. The debate format's going to be, what's up, Wicked Wally? I was just talking about you, my man. The debate format's going to be 5-minute opening statements, 30 minutes back and forth, 10-minute closings, 20 to 30 minutes of questions from the audience. We're trying to keep this right at an hour and a half to 2 hours for debating. I'd really like to keep it to an hour and a half. Okay. The way it's going to flow is, let's say Wicked Wally and Bones of Doom are they're the first debate. So what's going to happen is I've got some very attractive women and Glenn Lawrence that are going to be interviewing the UFC style, the debaters before they go on stage. So Wicked Wally will be brought out. And there'll be Gia McCool is going to be one of them. I think this girl Crystal is going to be another one, and I've got a couple other hot chicks and Glenn Lawrence, Glenn and Gia and all those the girls will say, hey, what do you think of the event? What do what's your strategy here? Or maybe what are you guys debating? What's your position? And or whatever, how you feeling about the debate, whatever. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but it'll be very UFC-ish. And then Wally will head up. Bones of Doom will come out. He'll get the same treatment. He'll get to shout out his channel. He'll get to shout out his mom and dad and do whatever. And then he goes up and Wally cleans his clock, hopefully. And when Wally comes down, they'll do an exit interview. Hey, man, how do you think the debate went? What do you think you should have said? What do you think of your opponent's position? Do you think your opponent was acted in good faith or whatever? I mean, whatever that conversation is, they'll do that with each person walking off the stage as well. So it'd be very UFC-like. And then once they've done that, they'll be providing color commentary on the debate throughout as the debate progresses. And so that's That's how that's going to work. So, and that is probably going to be a completely separate stream, so that if you're at home watching on your computer, you can have the debate up and then split screen it and have the commentary and just switch between the two as you like. So there we go. Also, there's going to be right now, I'm looking at doing a in one of the side rooms. I think we're going to have a place where people can just gather if you're not out actually actively watching the debates. We're going to have a side room there where you can go in and just have a your own little mini debates or people, that just kind of round table or whatever you want to call it. And I think that's going to be really good, because one of the best things about DebateCon in New Jersey was all of the people standing around this table in the lobby having mini debates about and discussions about it, Christian ethics and things like that, that was just impromptu. So I like that idea, and we have a separate room for that I think is going to work out pretty well. We still need to figure out some sound control and that kind of thing. And then there's a podcast area. So if you are an actual creator and you have a channel, I may allow access to that podcast area so that you can go do interviews with permission on your channel. So you'll have to hit me up on that and let me know what you think. There we go. So the Admiral Gibbs will be the moderator for all but 2 of the debates. He will get Glenn Lawrence will be stepping in as moderator while Admiral Gibbs takes a few hours off to go just take care of himself. The last time that man sat in that chair from noon till well after midnight, right at midnight, pardon me, and other than get up to take a piss once in a while, that dude was live 24/7 or for 12 hours, and we can't do that to him again. I need to keep him sharp. There is no alcohol in the building, right? That's just the people who own the building. They don't want alcohol there. They don't want us to serve alcohol. No, it's that's just the way it is. Now we are attempting to organize an after party. I've got to check with some people who live around Dallas to see if there's a bar or something that would host the after party. But I'm not. That's more of a Glenn Lawrence thing than a me thing. So I will let him handle that. The Andrew Wilson debate will be against Pastor Tim Tidwell, or Rich Tidwell, pardon me. Rich Tidwell, who is he is a pastor, and he is willing to vehemently defend sola scriptura, and says that he is a true reformist, and he wants the smoke. He wants the smoke from Andrew. I think it's going to be an amazing debate. I can't wait for that one. That will be the last debate of the evening. I reached out to Rob Noor a few weeks ago. He wasn't really sure of his schedule. Rob was there last time. And Rob's on vacation right now. I may reach out to Rob to see if he's interested in taking a debate slot as well. I just hate to ask the guy again, for a favor. So, and yeah, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at, guys. That's the event. No bullshit. Nobody else is paying. By the way, once again, ladies and gentlemen, all of the expenses are being covered by me. We had discussed doing various things to fund this event. Unfortunately, I didn't feel good about any of them. So once again, it's on me. I paid for the venue. I'm going to pay for everything else. There are no prizes. I know that there's another event offering $1,000 prize. There's no prize for that. Not even going to get a butter dish. You show up, you debate, you win, you lose. We shout you out all over the place, which is the main thing. So, and of course, we give you access. You can clip out your debate. Like Wally can. I know Wally doesn't really stream anymore, but if Wally wanted to clip it out and put it on his channel, he could do that. What's up, Straight Jacket 18? We were just discussing my event coming up in Dallas, Texas, July 24th. That's a Friday in Dallas. I will be releasing I do not release the address of the venue until week of. So, also, last thing, guys, I need opinions on this. The last time I used Eventbrite to control tickets, and I made the ticket price $0. They were free. You just had to go in and sign it. The problem is that the way Eventbrite works, the free ticket thing, it sucks. I'm gonna have to make the tickets $5 or $10 each. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Sorry. You buy the ticket, you get the address to the event. If you share the address of the event, that's cool. But just know that if you show up and you don't have a ticket, you may, depending on how many people we have show up, you may not be able to get in without a ticket. And we'll charge you something at the door. You live in Dallas, Straight Jacket? Cool. Do you know any female conservative debaters in Dallas that would debate feminism, be anti-feminist? If you do, we need to talk. All right, so questions. All the questions. Give me all of the questions. I've got a few minutes left here, and we'll get it rolling. Your wife loves to argue? Based. I'll have the Eventbrite tickets. The Eventbrite tickets will launch this coming week, probably Friday, I think. Millie went off on a feminist Facebook post for the first time. There you go. It is a banger setup. I try and refine this stuff every time I do it. I really want to do. I really want to do something for the people who show up to help set up. I don't know what yet. If you can show up at 10 a.m. when I open the doors and can help set up and tear down, because we got to be out by 10:30. Andrew's debate's going to end somewhere around 10, and we got to tear down in half an hour and get the fuck out. Parking is, yes, there's parking on site. Parking is on site. It's a warehouse building. It looks awesome. Here, let me give me a sec. I'll throw it up. I will show you the pictures. All right, so this is the main area. We'll be setting up. The debaters will probably be on this dais somehow, or we'll figure something out here. We may move that dais, and we'll see how that goes. So you can see we've got a nice raised area there. Here we have the room that I'm talking about, where we'll have the. We're going to close this off. We'll keep the doors closed, and we'll have cameras in there where we can have kind of impromptu debates or discussions throughout the night. This is that outside area again. This is another smaller area where if we have somebody that wants to do a live stream, who wants to maybe do like I don't know, just whatever. We could do that. You would have to obviously get with me first if you wanted to do something. Another little gathering area. There's gonna be a lot of places where you can just kind of go have a conversation with people. So there we go. We got everything set. You can see everything there. This is the podcast area. We got all the soundboard deadening and all of that stuff. So you can go over and do an interview if you're with permission and pre-coordination if you wanted to go over and do an interview. We're actually trying to get somebody we're trying to get a big name to actually be doing interviews and stuff while we're doing the debates. So we'll do pre and post debate interviews. This is just looking at the stage. Obviously, we're going to put more chairs there. So prison door set up. Yeah, barn doors. Yeah, I like it. I'm not sure where this is. I think this is in the entrance. It looks cool. Be another place to gather. There's a kitchen there, so we will have food. I'm not serving dinner or anything like that. I'm not doing burgers or anything. This is just one of the presentation spaces. This is also the presentation space. And then we're back to that. So that's what it is, guys. Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. Anyway, so there we go. That's what we got. That's the setup. That's the venue. It looks chill because it is. And we're going to have a good time. Got questions. I've got answers. If you want to throw out some feedback, I'm certainly I'm listening. Anyone? Bueller? All right. Well, I guess we got all the information. Did I leave anything out? Do you have any questions? Well, all right then. Good. All right. So, I'm still going to be chasing down some of the other top level debaters that I want to see. I believe the building does have AC. Let me see here. Yes, it does have AC. I believe there's also a rooftop. There's rooftop, so we could have something going on up there. I don't have any pictures of the rooftop, so I don't know. Obviously, there's whiteboards there, all kinds of things. So, it's in Texas, so it ought to be very AC'd. Otherwise, people would die. Yeah, I don't think they could be using it the way they're using it without AC. And it seems to have AC. Yeah. You do never know. That's true. That's 100% true. All right. So, I think I covered everything. I covered the format. I covered the debate topics that we have worked out. I know that Wally and Bones of Doom are still sorting out their topic. They'll figure it out and get it to me. All of the debate prompts, all of the subjects will be announced pre-debate, but not probably week of or just a few days out. You never know. People may change their mind, or maybe the debate will get, like one of the things about trying to decide a debate this far out is the fact that the subject that they pick may get debated so much that nobody wants to nobody wants to debate it anymore. So I'm feeling really good about the Bones of Doom Wally debate. I really like that debate. Really like what's going on there. Yeah, and sometimes stuff changes before I can get to it. Yeah. And I mean, the debate topics. I will, however, be really trying hard to keep the debate list current, right? Like who's going to be there, what they're going to be debating. But you heard it here. First debate's going to be Wicked Wally and Bones of Doom on MAGA, something MAGA. Right? Am I right about that? Wally, correct me. Tell me what you're going to debate. Then Jake Varr and LSP, my favorite wetback, is debating. It's all pro-Trump stuff, so all MAGA stuff. So that's going to be good. Then I have Stardust supposedly debating one person, but that may be something about God. All right. Well, cool. All right. Well, I get it worked out. Let me know. And so we're going to start off with a religious debate, Wicked Wally and Bones of Doom. By the way, Wally, let me tell you, it's hilarious how you and Bones of Doom, like you are Christian. Well, so you're a Christian, kind of a metalhead, kind of a computer geek. Bones of Doom is atheist. I think he's a metalhead, and I think he's a computer geek. So it's kind of like you guys are the same guy, just with a one very important difference. No, Stardust wants to debate feminism. Actually, I think she would take another debate, but the debate that I locked her in on was feminism. Yeah, Wicked Wally is going to debate God with Bones of Doom. Jake Varr is debating MAGA. Stardust is going to debate feminism, hopefully with another female. I need a conservative, staunchly conservative, well-spoken female to debate Stardust if the other person drops out, which it seems like they're going to do. Next up, I have Tyler, the average debate enjoyer versus Vince. I think that's going to be great. I think they're both really cerebral people. Vince is apparently a Twitch streamer, debater guy who wants to get into YouTube and just, I think he feels like he's just not getting good debates over in the Twitch arena, which I would agree. It's very hard to do that. And so can't wait to see that debate pop off and happen. And then, of course, I'm missing I have a debate that has been scheduled a couple of different times with a couple of different people. We may end up just dumping it, but right now I don't know who we're going to put in there. We'll find out. And then, of course, the night will end with Andrew Wilson versus Rich Tidwell on Solo Scriptura. Yeah, Andrew's debate's going to be incredible. Incredible. And I think I've got the right guy here. This guy claims to be, Rich Tidwell claims to be a true reformist. He wants to debate Solo Scriptura. He's not running from this fight. He asked for it. And that's what Andrew wanted to debate. I'm down for it. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be, it may break the internet, to be honest. It may be one of the best debates ever. And I can't wait. So there we go. We're like 4 weeks out, guys. I'm going to post the tickets will go live on Friday. Be ready for it. What do you think? Do you guys think $10 is about right? I can drop it down to $5, but I don't know. I felt like $10 was a nice round number. Keep people honest. Any input? Nobody? $10 too much? And again, if you don't have a ticket and it's full, I can't let you in. $10 sounds like good bang for your buck. Yeah, I think so too. $10 is fine. Well, they'll go live, and I'm not sure how many people we can actually have in there. So I think we can have about 100, 110 people at any given time. That's very true. It's very true. Why wouldn't $10 be reasonable? People cry over $5, man. Plus, there's another event that is supposed to be free. So, I normally, like I did my last event and it was totally free. I paid for everything. The problem is that to track attendance, I used Eventbrite. And Eventbrite, and maybe it's just the way my account is set up or whatever. Maybe I did this and without knowing it, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way Eventbrite is. I don't know. But whatever, I set the price at 0. And a lot of people weren't, for whatever reason, it just didn't work for them at 0. And I don't know why that is. I had a lot of complaints about Eventbrite last time. And, you know, in this case, I kind of feel like I have to make sure that Eventbrite works properly, because again, if you show up without a ticket, you can probably get in, but if it's absolutely full, I'm going to have to take the people with tickets, right? That's the gamble you're going to make, right? So I just want to make sure that I'm not, I just want to make sure that everybody understands my point of view here, where I'm coming from. So. Yeah. Heard about people overlooking something if it's priced too low or free. Yeah, that's a real thing. There was probably 100 drawn over the course of the day. Yeah, there was. I didn't keep track, but I think we had about 100 people. Some people came and then they left, and then whatever. But yeah, it was at least 100. I'm pretty sure there was at least 100 people. So I think, and like I said, I think we have enough space for 100 people in the building without any real problems. And there's a rooftop. So we won't, Wally, we're not going to have the parking lot with the cover like we did last time. I think it's a rooftop area. So I'm trying to get Gibbs to go by and do an in-person inspection this week, but we'll see what his schedule allows. He's busy too. So yeah, people are like, what's wrong with it? That's for sure. Also, I want to reiterate my challenge to Dr. K, Carlin, whatever the fuck. I was in your show the other day. So supposedly cleaner, supposedly they have seating for 60 in the main area, or 65. But the way that they're showing the seats laid out, I think there's room for way more. I think that they're just being super conservative. Yeah, I want to reiterate that apparently Dr. K, Dr. Carolyn, Dr. Carlin, however you say this girl's name, apparently she thinks Andrew ran from her because she could not apparently lacks the mental faculties to prepare a proper debate prompt. And Andrew and accused Andrew of running. I actually asked Andrew about it. He basically told me, hey, she just could not come up with a proper debate prompt. I offered to host the debate between her and Andrew. She did not respond to that. I did that twice. I also offered to debate her myself. And she ignored me. I posted that twice in her chat that I would be happy to either host a debate between her and Andrew or debate her myself. She was perfectly free to come debate me. And she totally ignored that in the chat. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, I don't think she likes me very much. That's okay. She is I don't know if she's a lunatic, but she certainly, I get the feeling she's deranged. I get the feeling that she is deranged. So, also, again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be I'm back to my normal schedule of streaming for the most part. I will be streaming again on Wednesday for the day shift, Wednesday night. Then I'm going to Friday afternoon, Friday night, and then Saturday night. So we're back to our normal schedule. Saturday night is the debate show. The Signal Syndicate is back. The Continental is open for business. We're going to be running the debate show. I'm not really going to change it. I had some input about some things that I thought about, and I decided that for the most part, it's going to stay the same. The timeline may be a little different. We'll see. But go out, tell your buddies, bring a friend, tell them to come out, bring their wallets. The prize will be $100 delivered via the designated electronic funding means of your choice, whether that be Cash App, PayPal, whatever. I'd try to avoid Venmo, but I mean, if I must, I must. I can do Zelle, whatever. So, winner gets $100. Loser gets a nice, symbolic pat on the back. Otherwise, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be great fun. I am doing it Saturday night, not out of really not for any specific reason. Just Friday night, I'm going to be doing something else. You'll have to see what Friday night brings. Apparently, Dr. K tried to run for the Libertarian Party in New Hampshire, and nobody wanted her. Of course not. Why would you want a lunatic for your representative? Yep. Not even the libertarians want her. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Anybody got anything? Would anybody like to come up and chat for a few minutes before I decide to get the fuck out of here? Does anybody want to come up, hang out, chat, talk shit, whatever? Sound off. I'll get you a link. She's a transplant to New Hampshire, too, so she's certainly not representative of that state. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Anyone want to come up? Oh, whatever last night was lit, honestly. That was crazy. I didn't stay for the whole thing. I didn't get there in time enough for the whole thing, and I certainly, you know, I don't know. It was fun. I thought it was good for the time that I was there, and yeah, it's cool. Probably have a large number of people waking up from a late whatever show last night. Yeah, no doubt. That show was lit, man. That show was lit. That was crazy. I didn't stay for the whole thing. You know, yesterday was Father's Day, so I drove all night Saturday to get back in time to pick my kids up. Pardon it, not pick my kids up, but to. So I get in at like 2:00 in the morning. My wife and I got up. We had a great day yesterday. It was really chill. And I was going to take my kids out to fish. My oldest son, who's 16, now needs a fishing license, but he doesn't have a state ID, so he couldn't get a fishing license. That's funny. And so we we ended up going out to dinner. It was awesome. Oh yeah. Felicity, you know, actually, so I have a picture of Felicity, and I don't know. Do I have it on? I don't know if I've got it on here. So when I visited, Felicity was there, and she seemed quite different when I was there than she was last night. So. But yes, Brian did, in fact, set some boundaries. So, for sure. Andrew was popping logic as always, and they were an awesome representation of a husband wife team. I actually really enjoyed that too. I don't think people really, and I don't normally say this, you know, very much, but I think it's interesting that I'm gonna be really mean here in a second, guys. I think it's interesting that, you know, I don't think people give Andrew and Rachel enough credit for how great a couple they really are. You know, and I just actually really annoys the crap out of me when people talk shit about Andrew and Rachel and their marriage, especially like that. That was one of the things about Dr. K the other night. She was talking about how Rachel doesn't do anything for Andrew, you know, that kind of thing. And you know, that was garbage. It was very poor form, and I just didn't like it. So, and it's not true. I think Andrew and Rachel are an awesome couple. I've been around them quite a bit, and I just think that it's stupid, the things that people claim. By the way, guys, so I'm not going to do it. But one of the things I noticed last night, because Felicity was like right up in the number one chair as Chief Bimbo. One of the things I noticed, I think she's had work done. Now you take a look at this picture. Okay. And then just think back to last night and tell me that she hasn't had some work done in the chesticle area. Okay. Notice I'm not touching her, by the way. So just go back, think about it, go look at the game film, and just tell me that she hasn't had work done. Right? Just saying. Just saying. You know. She's got some bolt-ons. I'm just saying that. All right, we'll say it out loud. Just judge from the picture, right? Just, all you got to do, just, you know, just take a look. Just take a look. Oh, I'm not talking about her face. Just, yeah. I think she got a pair of bolt-ons. Felicity seems to inspire a more grounded feeling. I think Felicity has I don't know. I think she's a very nice person on a very self-destructive path. My opinion. Having met her. How would Dr. K know anything about their personal life? Exactly. Really? Okay. Could be. The Earth-like shapes are very grounding. That's funny. That's actually really funny. That's Kokoshuko. Man, it's been a minute since I've seen you in here, Kokoshuko. All right, so nobody wants to come up. I'm about out of things to chat about. About out of things to chat about, ladies and gentlemen. She is on OF. She is on OF. She literally did that. She's on OF. Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be? Why would she not be on OF? That is the question. By the way, guys, I have reached out through a couple of different people to try and get Destiny to debate Enrique Tarrio. I'll say that again. I have reached out to a couple of different people to try and get Destiny on. And as of now, he's not replied. He's not said no. He's not said yes. He's basically just not saying anything. So I don't know. Maybe he's afraid of Enrique. I could see that, you know. Caught some highlights this afternoon. Taking Millie to Evan Evans last night. The crowd was its own kind of, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You said the quiet thing out loud again, didn't I? Yeah, no, yeah. She was all over Brian to manage her. Wow. Yeah, there's no way he would do that. Oh, are you talking about? I think you're talking about what is that? Desiree. Desiree wants Brian to manage her. I think that's nuts. I think that's insane. That's crazy. Yeah, Desiree is a dollar. Yeah, she a hoe. Desiree an absolute hoe. Yeah, Andrew and Rachel were awesome last night. I just have to continuously say that Andrew, you know, and it's, you know, knowing them, and then watching people just constantly say such stupid shit, such vile things. I mean, I tell people all the time that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about and so on and so forth. But it's hard, man. Like, you know, people just don't know, you know, they don't know what they don't know. And so they're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that kind of came out last night. I really enjoyed that, actually. So give me a sec, guys. My son's calling. Yeah, for sure, Cleaner. For sure. We're the nice thing is that these people are, you know, the world is not as bad as people think it is, and the trouble spots are becoming less trouble than they have been. So, guys, I'm going to end this here. I've got it. My son just called. I guess I need to go up front, talk to him for a few minutes. It's been a great day, been a good show. We'll see you probably not tonight. Probably not tomorrow because I don't stream Tuesdays. Wednesday afternoon, maybe the next time you see me. I might jump on for tonight for a little bit. We'll see. Or I may be on other people's shows here and there as I have time. As always, guys, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them. And don't be a dick.
Did you know if you put your top lip and your bottom lip and you press them together, you will experience how to shut the fuck up.